Some people have been asking me whether or not the Xiaomi Mi 9 is a worthwhile upgrade over something like the Xiaomi Mi 8 or the Poco F1. So today we're gonna do a speed test. Hey guys, my name is Mitchell. If you're new to my channel, I make videos about the tech I use. Before we do the speed test, thank you to everyone that uses my affiliate links. Without you guys, we couldn't keep this channel going. Join my Telegram community. I can't stress this enough. Last night I was rooting and I was loading a custom bootloader onto my girlfriend's Mi 9. I was running into some issues. I searched in the world of Telegram through my Telegram community and I was connected with someone who was live walking me through the steps and trying to troubleshoot and help me with it. And without them, we couldn't have this video. So go ahead, hit the Telegram group. Okay, let's hop into the speed test. Okay, you guys know how I do my speed tests. These are just my everyday kind of UI speed tests. I have the Pocophone F1 set to performance profile balanced for Franco kernel. So it'll be similar to stock performance in regards to the kernel aspect of it. You guys know what I like to do. I like to open up some just everyday apps that we would all be using. You guys can see how quickly these devices open them, move through the system UI. We'll go back and see what apps we have stored in memory. If you're looking for a hardcore gaming or benchmarking type of comparison, you're not going to find it here. The question that I want to answer for my viewers is whether or not the Mi 9 will be a tangible performance upgrade in everyday use. So we're going to start with everyone's favorite app, Facebook. Now, as you can see, Facebook on my girlfriend's phone had more data that was cached. It is worth noting that I do have the animations on both of these devices set to 0.5x, so they are half as long. Next up, all of our second favorite app, Instagram. As you guys can see, both devices opened it really, really fast. Obviously, the Mi 9 was a little bit faster, which is to be expected. But if we look at scrolling and smoothness of the Mi 9 versus the Pocophone, it's nearly identical. I would say that there's no tangible upgrade from the Mi 9 to the Pocophone in regards to like speed of navigating Instagram in this instance. Next up, let's go into Gmail. As to be expected, Mi 9 was faster. What's going to be really surprising for you guys, though, is when we revisit all of the apps still in memory and you see how quickly they open on each device. Next up, Google Home. Just a hair faster with the animation on the Mi 9. Now let's close that, but that's a good app that we should try opening. Facebook Messenger. I don't know if I can say that it opened quicker on the Mi 9, but it did load everything a little bit faster. Let's go for Google Keep. That was terrible. Let's close it on the Pocophone. And a hair faster on the Mi 9 again. So as you guys can see, just opening and closing apps, it is quicker. There's no way to get around it. One of them has a Snapdragon 855, the other one has an 845. Is it a significant difference? No. Telegram. If you guys aren't in my Telegram community, you should totally join. Someone walked me through the process of unlocking of flashing TWRP recovery on the Mi 9, and I was connected to that person through my Telegram group. So it's a great place to go. YouTube. that really wasn't a fair comparison. Let's try that again. Mi 9 absolutely crushed it. Let's go for Reddit. Now in this one, the Mi 9 was tangibly faster. Google Photos, very comparable. Let's go into the Play Store. Let's try opening up Grab, which is a ride sharing app, kind of type of like a Uber here in Vietnam. Now in that instance, the Poco F1 was quicker. Now let's go ahead and try to take some of these apps out of RAM. Now, both of them extremely, extremely fast getting apps out of RAM. Let's try Instagram. One thing I noticed is that there is not, I don't know if I would call it input lag, but the screen on the Poco F1 is definitely not as responsive to registering clicks as it is with the Mi 9. It's not bad, but you definitely notice it when you're touching both of these devices side by side. As you guys can see, if you have the apps in RAM, the difference between the two devices is really quite negligible. The Mi 9 does perform a little bit better, obviously. And more importantly, and kind of what I'm realizing having these devices side by side, is that there's more input lag on the Poco phone, and there's really no way to get around it. It was something that the Poco phone had issues with, but even with that, app loading speed is nearly identical, and pulling apps out of RAM is even less of a difference between the two devices. Where you're really going to see a difference with both of these devices is like extended gaming sessions and doing like video rendering. The Snapdragon 855 is going to be more power efficient. It's going to be more heat efficient, but that's to be expected with a next generation chip, a smaller nanometer manufacturing process. Here's the takeaway. If you have a Xiaomi Mi 8 or a Pocophone F1, the Mi 9 is not a substantial upgrade. If you were trying to decide between the Poco F1 and the Mi 9, I would tell you don't buy the Mi 9 now, because there's going to be a better Xiaomi device with a Snapdragon 855 coming. Okay, enough talking, let's go up top. Now, as you guys could see, the Xiaomi Mi 9 is faster to load up the application, but once most of the applications are open, both devices are identical in regards to pulling them from RAM. Both devices have their animation speeds cut in half, so they're 0.5. So it's about as fair as a comparison as we can get in regards to that. There's no way to get around it. The Xiaomi Mi 9 is faster for graphic heavy stuff and for opening up apps. But using apps out of RAM, both devices are pretty comparable. And even for something like Instagram or Google Chrome, where stuff has to load and you have graphics loading, stuff like that, both devices are really, really close. So if you have a Xiaomi Mi 8, I don't think the Mi 9 is necessarily a worthwhile upgrade unless you're a mobile photography fiend. And if you have a Pocophone F1, the Mi 9 isn't really a better device if you consider all of the compromises and trade-offs that you have. That's going to wrap things up, though. Thank you guys for watching the video. Till next time, it's Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi.